Okay, moving right along. As I was trying to say, this is the story of goddess Yemaya, and this is her journey. Okay, I gotta go back. I gotta say more. So this is the story of it's love, it's pain, it's the Black experience during slavery. Okay, basically Yemaya, she meets a human because remember Yemaya is depicted as a mermaid, right? So she's in the ocean minding her business, and she meets a human, and they form a bond, if you will, and then on the shores of his village back in the eastern part of no, my bad, the western part of Africa. It doesn't specify what city. I mean, it doesn't specify which country, but she watches in terror as him and his people are taken into captivity. And basically, what does she do? She follows this slave ship from the shores of Africa all the way to the shores of the United States of America. And basically, she goes behind the slave ship with the intention of doing whatever she can to help the situation, right? So this book is, like I said, it does have some painful parts, but it's also very inspiring. I'm holding her because she's whining, because you're whining. Anyway, it's very inspiring the way that she affects the people around her that are in captivity. You know, they know there's something special about her because they're like, you're so fearless. You're so, the way you speak, you're not even afraid. And she's like, no, I'm not afraid. She's never been held in captivity before. So she has no reason to be afraid. So the way she affects the Black people around her in her search to find this person that she bonded with. But it comes with its stuff. You know, the white people back then, they're like, you show is uppity, you know, and all that stuff. Okay, because again, she doesn't act like she's afraid. She's like, I'm here for my man. Like, stop y'all bullshit. And so the way she inspires the people around her, they are like, it's really sweet because at first she doesn't really know her own power. She just thinks she's a regular girl. Yes, she has these abilities. She has supernatural strength. She has these abilities. And she doesn't realize how important she is until she's around enslaved Africans. And the way they look up to her, the way they support her when she is in trouble, and the way, it's really dope. Another thing that's important to mention is, another thing that's mentioned in this book is the Underground Railroad. There are characters in the book, stop it, stop. There are characters in the book that are important characters in Black history, if you know about the Underground Railroad, and certain individuals who were impactful pieces of that whole journey. Those people are mentioned in the book without actually saying their name. But if you know anything about Black history, you know exactly who these people are. So I like how that's incorporated. So it's a fictional story, but it incorporates some fact. And it incorporates historical figures that, like I said, you'll have no trouble recognizing who these people are, okay? So I think that was dope. I enjoyed the world building. I enjoyed the story. I do think, even though this book I believe is for adults, the writing style I think was kind of, it could have been for a younger reader because the writing style is, oh my God, there's cat hair everywhere, I'm so sorry. The writing style is very simple. My only issue is the ending. The ending was very abrupt. I was just like, okay, we went through all of this stuff. And then like the ending was like, okay, then what? Can I get some flowers on top of that or something? So I thought the ending was kind of abrupt, but all in all, I think this was a very inspiring story. I love stories of, sorry. All right, go on about your business. I love stories that incorporate Black stories. I love stories that incorporate Black history without all of the suffering, okay? Now, obviously, if you're gonna read any type of book that has slavery and Black history, that does come with the territory. But in this book, it's written in a way where it's not too heavy. It's not too hard to take. For example, I saw the movie Birth of a Nation, and I was fucked up for days after watching that shit. I was like, you know what? No more slavery for me. No more, no more. So like I said, this book does incorporate slavery, obviously, and all the stuff that comes with. But I need you to know it's done in a way where it's not over the top, painful. Oh my God, I'm depressed after reading all of this Black suffering. It doesn't come with all that heaviness. But like I said, it does take place during slavery. So, you know, it has that element. I need you to know that. But like I said, I feel like it was written more for a young audience. So it's not too heavy on the suffrage. Okay. It's not too heavy on the, you know, rape and murder and all that stuff. Okay. All in all, I gave this a 3. I did enjoy this story. I love stories that incorporate Orisha, African mythology. Because, you know, we always hear about like Greek mythology and stuff like that. We don't really hear a lot about African mythology. We don't hear a lot of that. We know all about, you know, Zeus and Odin and all of that. But we don't hear a lot about Orishas. We don't hear a lot about Shango, Oshun, Yemaya, and the many, many others, you know. So I'm grateful for this book with no cover. I'm grateful for this book. I did enjoy this story. Again, for me, this is 3 stars because I felt like it was written for a younger reader, but I did enjoy this book. I thoroughly, what are you doing? Sorry. She's tickling me. Anyway, that's all I got for this book. Thank you so much for watching. Do I recommend it? Absolutely. Absolutely. I do recommend stories that incorporate mythology with Black people. So thank you for watching. I wish you good reading. Bye.